Hello, this is Professor Hazari. I would like to welcome you to the summer 2026 web design course. The first day of class is June 1st, and I'm making this video early and making it available to you under the content area of the course so you can see how the course is laid out. I have been teaching at this university for over 20 years, and I found that students are often overwhelmed by taking multiple courses because each course is laid out differently. So my way of helping students is to do a 10 to 15 minute video on where items in the course are located. So I have logged into the course, and let's start from the top. This is where you will access your email. This is where the discussion items that are posted, you will get notification. And the third bell icon is this announcement area. I do post a lot of announcements in this course, so it provides you updates on any new information or any information that has changed. When you scroll down, you will see that the main section of the course is the announcement, and it tells you to read the syllabus as well as course policies so that you can understand the calendar and also where items in the course are located and the types of assessment we will be doing in this course. So when the assignment starts, I usually post a brief announcement if there's additional details to help you complete the assignment. On the right side is the calendar. And again, this calendar is not a complete calendar because it will only show you a start date and end date. If you have any intermediate deadlines, such as a discussion main post that is due on the end of day one for a 2-day assignment, it will not show you that. So that is why it is very helpful if you take those dates that's in the syllabus as well as online and enter them in your phone or in your other calendar so that you can be sure you're not missing any assignments that may be due. So let's go to the content area next. The content area is divided into 5 blocks. So these are the 4 weeks, and then the course documents is the generic area where you have the textbook. You have a copy of the syllabus. We'll take a look at this. And then you have 2 videos. One is about how the course is laid out, this video, as well as another core video on why web design is important to businesses. We will be following the APA format. So that's your quick guide, a 1-page guide on how to format books, journal articles, conferences, reports, and so on. Then you have something called the 2212 rule for discussions, and it just gives you the format in which the discussions will need to be posted. Along with the textbook, I've given you PowerPoint slides for all chapters. In the past, students have found this to be very helpful because you can use these as a study guide. But as far as the discussions, you will have to read the PDF copy of the textbook because you will have to cite not only the page numbers but also the paragraph numbers. And then I've given you 2 main posts, and let's say for the first assignment you're confused on what the expectations are. So this is done by a student from last semester, and I have their permission to share this post with you so that you can see what a good response post or a good main post looks like so you can score higher. Then you have Galileo, which is the library database for accessing journal articles. And when you click on this, it'll take you to the library site where you log in and enter keywords to access the article. But now I'm going to show you another site that you can also use, and that is scholar.google.com. And over here, let's say if you just do a search called web design principles, okay, and do a search like this, and it'll show you a list of books, PDFs, and other information items that you have access to. You will notice that the dates are not organized. For this course, we will do journal articles as well as any other material for the last 3 years. So I'm going to put 2023 to 2026. And now you will see when I do a search, all of these are within the last 3 years. So feel free to access these and cite them in the research. The citation needs to be in APA format. And the easiest way to do citations is, let's say if you wanted to cite this article, you can click on the cite button over here and then go ahead and copy this, and that will be your APA citation that you will enter in your main post at the end of your main post. But please make sure that you are reading the whole paper before citing it. But APA citation uses a specific format, and the easiest way to do it is by using Google Scholar and clicking the cite button, which pops up a box that will help you copy the APA citation for inclusion in the discussion post that you will be doing. Going back to the course, so that was the course document section, and then in each module, so for example, week 1 module has different items. For all weeks except for the last week, you have one project that runs the entire week, and then you have individual assignments that are for each day. So this is a summer course. It's very fast paced. So when you click on this, it'll tell you what the instructions are, and when you're ready to post, this is where you will click over here to enter your URL or your post. And in the course, we will be doing 2 different types of assignment in addition to the test, and those are discussion posts or projects. Because you will be getting hands-on experience with the projects, but in order to do the projects, you need to understand the theory and the concepts of web design. So that's where this comes in. So again, I would wait to start on this at least until you've completed the first 2 chapters, and that is done on Monday, June 1st, and then on Tuesday, June 2nd. So the first day, I just read through the syllabus, the instructions, and so on. So the assignment actually for chapter 1 starts on Tuesday. And all the modules are laid out the same way. For example, the second one, we will be doing a project called WordPress. And over here, you will be taking a test. There are 3 tests, all open book. You don't need to worry about that. Feel free to use the textbook and also the PDF copies of the articles that you have, or the PowerPoint slides, and you will be able to answer the questions well and score high on the test. So the modules for individual days are available within the main module of each week. Then we have the communication section over here. To send me an email, all emails need to be sent from within the course, and you do that by going under communication class list and click on instructors and TAs, and then click on my name. It opens up another window, and this is where you would type in a subject area, body text, and if you scroll down, there's an upload button right here where you can upload a file, like a Word file or a PDF file, to send it as an attachment. So that's how you would send me an email. Once again, it was under communication class list, and click on my name. And then you have others such as email, which is the same thing you can get by clicking on this one. And then you have your course calendar. Once again, a reminder, the calendar is not complete. You will have to go under individual instructions for the modules to see when the assignment is due. Then under assessment, you have discussions and assignments. Assignments are like a Dropbox, and discussions need your main post and response post. And we look at the syllabus so that you can understand better. There are 3 quizzes, and the quizzes, the dates are given to you in the syllabus as well as in the content area. Then in grades, you have all the assignments that we will be doing in this class. You will see that there are quite a few assignments. The good news is, if you do poorly on one assignment, you can easily make up on the other assignments if you do well, and there may be extra credit opportunities as well. So don't worry about it too much if you don't score high, but try to do the best you can so that at the end you have a good score going into the final exam, so that you can get an A in this course. So you have about 7 discussions and 3 projects and 3 tests. That is the all the assignments in this course that are graded. So keep an eye on your grades. If at any time you have any questions about your score, you think you should have gotten a higher score, please reach out to me, send me an email, and I'll explain the grading process and why the score was assigned. In addition to your score, I will also give you comments and assessments. In the past, if you look at my evaluations that are available online, students have appreciated individual comments which will help them do better and score the highest grade in this course. So before we end, I want to show you two things. One is this resources tab where you can get help from the Writing Center staff or the library staff if you need help with research. So that is available to you. But I'm going to jump to the syllabus that you will need to download from the content area. It tells you about the course description, the information about the textbook, course policies. I'll point out a couple of other things. One is this late and missed assignments. So especially during summer, this becomes important because there is a 25% per day late penalty, which is strictly enforced. So this might hurt your grade if you're constantly turning in assignments late. So try to do your assignments on time to avoid this late penalty, which can be significant. And then there's other information also. As I was saying, we have three types of assignments in this course: the discussions, the projects, and the tests. So this is your grading table. So for a total of 365 points, you need to reach at least 328 points to get an A, and which is equivalent to 90% of the grade. But you should be able to do this if you do well in the discussions as well as in the projects. So a note about the use of AI. I do teach another course on AI. If you're looking for another course to pick up in summer, it's the 3845 Marketing 3845 course. So I do allow a use of AI in this course, but the worst thing you can do is copy and paste directly from AI because it can be easily detected and it may result in you failing the course. So use AI ethically and responsibly. And for the assignments that use artificial intelligence tools, I've given you specific instructions. And another thing to remember is this use of Grammarly and Quillbot. I understand many students use Grammarly and Quillbot quite a bit. For this class, I would discourage you using it. And the reason is that when Grammarly or Chatbot gives you suggestions, those are AI generated on the back end. So when I run your discussion through Turnitin or any other AI detectors, it will get flagged. And then unfortunately you cannot get credit because it is shown to be AI generated. So try to avoid using AI tools for copy and pasting and for Grammarly and Quillbot because it gets detected as AI. So again, go back, read through the syllabus and the schedule. So as I was saying, we start the course Monday, June 1st, and then we end it on June 25th, which is the last day of class. And there's a note over here that this final exam or test number 3 in this course will be given according to the university calendar only. So you will have to make sure you are available on that day from 12:01 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. to take the course, to take the test, which is open book. So jumping back into the course, so that was a quick overview of how the course is laid out so that you can find information easily. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, communication, class list, instructors and TAs, and click on my name. And I hope this video has been helpful. I will see you online, and I do interact quite a bit in discussion, so you will see me replying to your post.